I'm here at Nemi's Crafty Cafe, and it is a quick live to add on to my Sundays Facebook Live. I usually like to keep that to about an hour, and I said I had one more card to share. And this card was a card that we created during our team meeting, our team gathering, which was virtual. And it was a mystery card stamp, mystery card, not stamp, but mystery card that we decided to do for our team meeting. And I wanted to share it with you here today. And plus, I forgot to hit record. So one of the challenges for our team is to also create theirs because they kind of ran out of. They didn't have not everybody had their parts ready and pieces ready and stuff. So they just followed along, and then I forgot to hit record, so then it didn't get saved to our team page, yada, 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 yada. Anyway, I'm here to share it with all of you as well. So I think that's the reason why I didn't hit record, is because it was meant to be that I share it with everyone here. So if you were here last Sunday, I created a few cards. I created 3 cards for my last Christmas card series. And so anybody that orders this kit or places an order with me between Sunday and December 2nd will receive the supplies to make these 3 cards. And today's bonus is just a bonus so that you can easily take whatever 12 by 12 designer series paper that you have at home and turn it into this cute Funfold gift card holder. I really like it because it's really quick and easy. It's something that you can make in minutes, and you can multiple make, like just make bulk it, and you can have a lot of fun with it. And it uses up a lot of your designer series paper. I do recommend though that when you do create it, that you do try and use a non-directional paper. So today I'm going to show you how I'm doing it with a directional piece of paper. Of designer series paper, but it makes it a whole lot easier if it's non-directional. Okay, so let's get started. I'm just gonna flip you here. 3, 2, 1. No flippity. There it is. It didn't flip. Okay, now it did. Okay, so here we go. Just gonna plug you in, make sure you're nice and centered, and that we are a little straight here. Maybe I'll just pull up a bit more. Okay, excellent. So you can see my host code there. So when I do see you place an order and you use that host code, then I know for sure who to send the kit to. It's free, so why not, right? Okay, I'm just gonna double check here, make sure things are good on my channel and that we are live. Okay. Excellent. Okay, so you will need a sheet of designer series paper, any 12 by 12 that you have, because we're going to trim this down. And then you need a piece of 2 3/4, I think, or any die template you would like to make for the front, for the fun fold, and then a piece to stamp and create on. So the card that you saw on the picture is this one here. So it is a sweet little cute little fun fold with a belly band, and then you open it and it's up inside, and then you have your little pocket here to actually make your to stick your card in. So what's really great about this too is you could use money. So it's great for gift cards as well as cash. So maybe you want to turn it into a wedding card, a birthday card, anything like that. Here's one that uses the, I think it's Winter Wishes paper. And then this ribbon is the Balmy Blue and White. Forget what it's called. Variegated or something like that. So again, I was using the bear, so I used the Very Cute. And then this one though, on these two, I used the Trucking Along sentiment. So again, It's two-toned as well, so you just open it up and then you get to see the other side of the designer series paper. In this one, I just put to and from. Maybe it's, because this one's going to my nephew, so he doesn't care about the sentiments. And realistically, I know for a fact he's just gonna throw these in the garbage anyway, like most children do. So that's it. Wow, we're getting a lot of really strong sunlight coming in this afternoon. Okay, so this was my original one. And I took the plaid ribbon and colored it with cherry cobbler, but I didn't find that it was thick enough, nor was the very vanilla plaid that came out in the mini. So I do like the thicker ribbons to go along with this much better than any of the thin ones, but feel free to make whichever one you like. So I should try and block that sun, eh? Probably won't be able to. Okay, but it's sunny, so I'm not gonna complain. So you can use whatever you want. I believe this is 2 3/4. So then, yeah, it's roughly, okay, sorry. This one's 3 inches by 4.5, which then means this one is 2.5 by 3 3/4. And the reason why it's a lot smaller is because it's a rectangle that needs to fit inside the Scalloped Contours die. So that's what that one is there. Okay, and then I have my punch. So, yep, I got my punch there. So let's get started. And then you also just need one small piece of coordinating cardstock, which is your 4 1/4 by 5.5. And it does stand up, so don't think that it doesn't. Okay, so let's get cutting. So the first thing you want to do is you want to swing out this arm here. And now mine is directional, so I got to be aware of that. And if I want, let me pull this out, grab this. So if I want my card when I open it up, or I want my front to have these in the right direction, then I need to make sure that this is going in the right direction. So it's a little tricky. So I know that's why it's a lot nicer. So this one's got the vertical grain going this way. Whereas if you just choose a designer series paper that is non-directional, it makes life a lot easier because then you don't have to worry about making sure your patterns are okay. So we'll see how well we do here. So we're gonna cut this down to 8 inches. 8, like so. And then we're also gonna trim it down to 10.5. I'll pull that back down here so you can see it better. So we're gonna trim it to, I'll drop this down a bit, 10.5. Because then you're gonna get your 5 1/4 and you're gonna get your 4 inches. Just trying to get you out of that sun. Okay, so there is our one piece. And then you're also going to need a belly band. So on this belly band, I chose to go a little wider. So I went with 1.5. So I'm going to use my belly band measurement by using this side of my paper trimmer, because my paper trimmer has 2 sides, so I can easily line that up. So I'm just gonna line that up to 1.5, which then means this is at 2.5. Maybe it's not easier. I thought it would be, haha. And here we go. Okay, I don't know why I'm struggling. Okay. So now we've got our belly band at 1.5. Wow, that sun's bright. Okay, so this is the first time I've ever really done a live or recorded with this much sun, which is not a bad thing. Okay, so now what we do is we're going to take this and we're gonna score it in half. Now, I'm just gonna keep in mind my directions, but so we're gonna score it at 4. And I know I've got my paper cut the right way. And then we're gonna score it again at 5 1/4. So now we are half. So to see the half, right, all we do is fold it and fold it again. And this will allow you to see that I didn't score very well. I was off by a hair. So let me see if I can fix that a bit. And there we go. So now you can see that we are halfway on every single point. Now, it's direct. It's sort of kind of directional, not really, but this way. So we're going to cut off one of these rectangles. And I don't want, and it's always going to be the top left-hand one. So all you're going to do is take your paper trimmer and go down to 5 1/4 or your score line as best as you can. I think I'm there. Then we're going to rotate it again, and we're going to get rid of that 4-inch mark there and get rid of that piece. Slightly, yeah, we're okay. Am I good? Okay. I'm slightly off, so I'm just going to cut that little piece there. There we go. I didn't cut it perfectly, but that's okay because now you have this other piece which then you can use for another card front. Right? Oh, wrong piece. Okay, so to make this work, all we're doing is folding over the left. So you got this, I'll just zoom you up a bit more now that I've got all my measurements done. There we go. So now that we've got all our 3 pieces and we've cut out our top left-hand corner, all we do is fold this one over. And then you're just gonna line this up to the end here to create your little triangle. And free up this little spot for a pocket. And now to easily turn it into a pocket, you can just take your any tape you like to use. For this one, I'm going to use my tear tape, just because I like to have that 1/4 inch perfectly aligned there. And I'm a little anal, so I'm just going to use my fancy mini album binding tool here and stick that on each end. Like so. Then I'm just gonna grab my paper, take your pick tool to peel that off because sometimes my nails just don't do it. And right now I do have my Black Friday sale of adhesive, so perfect time to get more and restock. So there you go. Now we just need some adhesive here. So let me just grab my Seal Plus. So you can just use that. I don't really need anything fancy. Or you could just use a mini glue dot or your liquid glue. But I do like to make sure that that's held down really well. And I got a little piece here sticking out. So I'm just going to trim that little dude off there. And there you go. Now you have your fancy fun fold that can hold a gift card. Now I don't have one here, it's right beside, but you can also put a little note in there like so and make a little sentiment or, you know, give your personal words and then stick a gift card with it and some cash, whichever one you prefer. And now this now goes onto our card base like this. So we'll just grab my liquid glue now because it's a big surface and it gives me wiggle room to make sure I get that centered on there. So that's 3 types of adhesive I've now shared with you. So I got my sale going on right now, which is buy 5 get 1 free. So make sure you take advantage of that. It does end on December 1st, I believe. And so plenty of time to restock, and then I will give you 1 for free. Okay, so here's our belly band. So we're gonna go with the green. And all we're gonna do is wrap around to make sure we are good here. There's no measurements. Just make sure it's not too tight and not too loose, like so. I'm just gonna go a little shorter, just because I don't want it sticking out and showing when I put my sentiment or my image in the middle. There we go. Something like that. Okay, so we're just gonna grab our Seal Plus again. Wow, that's bright sun, eh? How you liking that sun? Free natural light. I've never had it this bright before when I've done a video.
especially during the day like this, which I'm not complaining. Please don't think that I am complaining, because I live in Winterpeg, where it's constantly cold. And we've been blessed and so lucky to not have permanent 3-4 inches of snow right now. So trust me, I'm not complaining. I'm just amazed by how strong that light is. Okay, so now we've got our belly band and we're good to go there. So you can easily take your ribbon now. So we're just gonna grab our ribbon and add that here. So I always like to just work off the roll rather than trimming, because you never know. You just end up saving more. And you trim less. There we go. And then all we have to do now is just tie our bow over here. Loop-de-loop. You can do rabbit ears or whichever you prefer. You could also just tie a line and make sure it's hidden, and then tie a bow separately if you prefer, because you'd like to use your bone fold or your bone maker machine, whichever one works for you, but this always works for me. And then just gonna pull this, and I'm just gonna flag my ends here and cut it off. And then now I can position this piece, which is my centerpiece, where I want it. So I'm just gonna pull this a little bit because I want it more to the side to give myself some room for my scallop. And then all we're going to do is grab some dimensionals and just add that to our piece here. So I'm just gonna make sure that ribbon is tucked in between. Excuse me as I clear my throat. So much talking today. And then we can easily add that right here and just center it as best as we can. Just eyeball. There we go. And that piece is there. So now all we have left to do is decorate this one. And then I had my piece sitting here ready to go. Maybe I put it back in the pack. So, oh, yes I did. Here's my pack of Joy of Christmas. So now both of these are sold out already, but don't fret. So if you order with me, I will give you some, because I did order plenty. And I still have plenty left. So glad I stocked up, but it is no longer available, but it doesn't matter, because you could just use whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab the stamp set. Christmas classic stamp sets. I could use, I wonder if it'll fit. Will Making Spirits Bright fit? No, it doesn't. But you could trim it, but I don't want to do that. But I want to just put Merry Christmas, or you could do Season's Greetings, because I cut mine. So, do you ever do that? Do you cut your stamps? That is the question I should ask everybody today. Do you cut your stamps? Some people do, some people don't. It's a choice, but I like cutting my stamps that are stuck together. I mean, it's polymer, which means you can easily see through your blocks and you can easily line them up again just by using your grid lines. So it's not really an issue. Now, I need my ink, cherry cobbler. And we're just gonna grab some cherry cobbler here. Then I'm gonna stamp. I apologize for the lighting. That is not expected. So we're just gonna stamp, make sure I'm straight without putting my head in the way. Christmas on there. Looks good. Oh, I think a cloud is coming. I'll just bring it down more. And then we can stamp Merry. And I'm just gonna stick that right on top. Merry Christmas. Perfect. And then my little, oh no, I got ink there. Did I get ink there? Yes, I did. How did I do that? We'll just grab our fancy dancy eraser. Oh, that's real red. It's too hard. We'll just do it again. Let's just stamp that again and make sure we don't make a mess this time. And Christmas. And Mary, maybe I'll put that right here in the middle. There we go. And then we will add our little bear with more dimensionals again. So just add one at the head, one at the back, and then I'm just gonna grab some minis to go on the legs there. One in each one, just to keep it from flopping all over the place. 1, 2. Now, I don't often do videos during the day, so I'm usually at work, but I've been working half days this week, and now we can put that there. I'm just gonna add, you know what, I'm just gonna take some crumb cake that I have sitting here and add that to the background so that it doesn't look so blah, white on white. Don't worry, I know I got that little line there, but that was just from putting his foot down. And we're just gonna put that there. And then we can take our card and we can add that to the front. Oh my. Okay, so let's chop up these pieces because these are not waste. We use every single piece available. Oh. I might just redo this video because the sun is just, I hate it. Comment if you would like me to redo this video. I mean, it's not very often the sun is in your way and you want to complain about it, but today I must say I am. Good thing we're finished. Okay, so there it is, like so. Now you can just take a 2-inch circle or whatever size you want, and you can add a little sentiment in there. So I'm gonna get some scrap light, which I have sitting here already. And I'm just gonna grab a couple punches. So I just grabbed a couple punches just in case. I thought I had mine here already. And then I'm just gonna grab that gorgeous sentiment. I love this one. Tidings of Comfort and Joy. It's like my go-to for everything now. So let's get that sun. Might as well be consistent with that sun. And pick that up. I've used it so much, I think it's time for a soak. It needs a spa. And we're just gonna ink that up. Stamp that in the middle there. Trying to get in the even sun for you. And let's see if, oh, see, it's right there on the corner. Now I know where that's coming from. So 1 3/4 doesn't fit. My 2-inch punch is somewhere here. There it is. So now I'm just going to take a 2-inch punch, punch that out, and then just stick that on the inside. There you go. So like I said, you could just take a piece of white, stick that in there with a little sentiment and your gift card, attach it, and we're done. Voila. Just like that. There is your gorgeous little gift card holder, ready to go. That sun is nasty. So let me see if I can fix that for you. Maybe I'll just hold it up. There it is. Oh, it's still nice and bright. Wow, that's a first. So thank you. This is my new craft room. And so I guess it's getting, I have 2 6, let me show you. Let me see if I can show you here. I have 2 6x6 windows that actually come in and bring some amazing natural light. Don't mind the mess. That's all the stuff that still needs to get sorted out.
And so, oh, there's somebody driving by. And so I've never had this much sun come in. So good to know for next time. So thank you, and I hope you really enjoyed uh, that fun fold, and I hope you try it yourselves. So feel free to comment or share anything that you may like, or send me a picture at Nemi's Crafty Cafe, and I would love to see it. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care and have a great day. Happy stamping!